Hello everyone. Okay, so in this video we are learning about tangents to a circle. So what is a tangent of a circle? Well, we're talking about a tangent line to a circle. So a tangent is a line that touches the circle at only one point. So note, if a line is tangent to a circle, then the perpendicular distance from the tangent to the center will be equal to the radius. So what about a tangent line here? Well, it makes a angle of 90 degrees with the center. It is only touch the circle at one point, and the perpendicular distance from the center to the tangent line is always going to be equal to my radius. So, how to find the equation of a tangent line? So, if we're given a point on the line, we find the slope from the center to the point of tangency, and then we use the slope, or we use to find the slope of the tangent, so it's perpendicular. So we have to find the slope from the center to that point. Flip it, that'll be my flip it and change the sign, that'll be my perpendicular slope, and then use the point P and the slope to find the equation. So find the equation of the tangent of the circle x squared plus y squared plus 2x plus 4y minus 12 equals 0 at the point 3 minus 1 on the circle. So it looks something like this. So it intersects at this point. I have my center point here. I want to find the equation of this line, so we need a point and a slope. So let's calculate the slope. Now, the center of this circle, when you work it out, would be minus 1 minus 2. So the slope is going to be equal to minus 1 minus negative 2 all over 3 minus negative 1, which is going to be 1 over 4. So the perpendicular slope is going to be minus 4. So my slope is minus 4. My point is 3 minus 1. So my equation is y minus negative 1 is equal to minus 4 times x minus 3. Y plus 1 is equal to minus 4x plus 12. Y is equal to minus 4x plus 11. And that is the equation of that tangent line. Now, that's if we have a point on the circle. What about if we have a point not on the circle? So what if we have a point, say, like outside the circle here? Oops, that's a bit of a bad circle. Here's a circle here. What about, say, we want to find the tangents that go through this point, right? So they could look like this. Oops. Nope. They could look like this, or it could be this, right? So when we're getting to points off the circle, we start to now get multiple equations with tangents, and this is how we do that, right? So find the equation of the tangent to the circle from the point 6 minus 1. So it doesn't say the point is on the circle, it just says the point from 6 minus 1. So my point is outside the circle here, 6, 1. My center point of this circle is minus 1, 4, and the radius is 3. So here is a rough sketch. You always should be drawing a sketch of some sort. These are very difficult questions to visualize. So a sketch of some sort will always help you visualize the problem. So, what we need to do first. What we need to do first is we need to make an equation of these lines. So I do not know what the slope is. So I'm just going to say my slope is m and my point is 6 minus 1. So I'm going to find now an equation of line in terms of m for these two tangent lines here. So it's y minus 1, m times x minus x1. So x minus 6. So y plus 1 is equal to mx minus 6m. Bring everything over to one side. Mx minus y minus 6m minus 1 equals 0. So that is my general kind of equation of the tangent lines in terms of m. What I do also know is the perpendicular distance from the center of the tangent should be equal to the radius. So I know the distance from my center point to these lines have to be equal to my radius. So I'm going to be using my perpendicular distance formula. So ax1 by1 plus c, absolute value, all over root a squared plus b squared. So this is my line. So a is m, b is -1, and this is all c. So the absolute value of, and my point is -1, 4. So it's going to be m times -1 minus -4 minus 6m minus 1, absolute value of that, all over the square root of m squared plus m squared plus -1 squared. And that is going to be equal to 3. So I'm going to have here, so minus m minus 6m is minus 7m, plus 4 minus 1 is 3, all over m squared plus 1 equals 3. Now, I have an absolute value and I have a surd. A best way to kill two birds with one stone is to square the top and bottom. So I'm going to square both sides. So on the top, that will give me minus 7m plus 3 squared all over m squared plus 1 is equal to 9. Multiply across now by this. So multiply across now by this. Bring this over and multiply it by 9. I'm going to have here 49m squared minus 42m plus 9 is equal to 9m squared plus 9. These 9s will cancel out. Bring the 9m squared over. So I have 40m squared minus 42m equals 0. I know I can factor out an m here. Actually, I probably can factor out a bit more than an m. I probably could factor out a 2m. So 20m minus 42 divided by 2, 21, equals 0. So I have a quadratic here, 2m equals 0. So the slope of my first line is 0, and the slope of my second line would be 21 over 20. Now that I have my two possible values of m here, I just sub them back in up here. So my first equation is going to be 0 times x minus y minus 6 times 0 minus 1 equals 0. So minus y equals 1, y is equal to minus 1. That's my first equation. And my second equation is going to be 21 over 20 times x minus y minus 6 times 21 over 20 minus 1 equals 0. Multiply by 20 to get rid of my fraction. So I have 21x minus 20y, 6 times 21, minus 126 minus 20 equals 0. 21x minus 20y minus 146 is equal to 0. And that should be my answer there. And there's my two possible equations of the tangents. So looking here, I'm guessing this is the one that's y is equal to minus 1 because it's perfectly horizontal. Right. Then finally, the last possible question we could be asked is, we could be asked to find a tangent line that is parallel or perpendicular to a given line. So we have to recall or learn very quickly, a perpendicular distance from a line to a center is equal to the radius. We know that. But also, a line parallel to a line in this form here is, well, the slope is the same. So since the slope's the same, these two terms are the same. I have to change this. I have to change c. So we're just going to change something called k. So a line parallel to ax plus by plus c is just ax plus by plus k. Then a line perpendicular, however, you swap the coefficients and you swap the sign of y. So ax plus by plus c is going to be equal to bx minus ay plus k. So find the equations of the line tangent to the circle, which are parallel to the line 3x plus 4y plus 10. So what's happening here? I have a circle. Boom. I'm going to have two equations that are now two tangents that are parallel. So it's going to look like this. Probably. Now, I know from my center point to one of these lines is going to be my radius. So let's look, and that's going to be my radius, my center point here. So my center of this circle is going to be, well, if 6x is here, 2g is equal to 6, g is equal to 3, 2f is equal to 2, f is equal to 1. So my center point is equal to minus 3 minus 1. And then c here is equal to minus 15. And my radius is equal to g squared plus f squared minus 15. So I'll say minus c, which is minus negative 15, which is plus 15, to root 25, which is equal to 5. So my radius is equal to 5. And then the equation of this line is going to be 3x plus 4y plus k, because it's a parallel line, so we keep the two terms here, but we change this one here. So 3 times minus 3 plus 4 times minus 1 plus k all over root 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to the radius, which is 5. Gonna get k minus 13 on top, 5 on the bottom, 5. K minus 13 is equal to 25. The absolute value of k minus 13 is 25. So k minus 13 is equal to positive 25. K is equal to 38. K minus 13 is equal to minus 25. So k is equal to minus 12. And there are my two values of k. Therefore, my two equations are going to be, equation 1 is going to be 3x plus 4y plus 38 equals 0. And 3x plus 4y minus 12 equals 0. That is the equation of the two tangent lines. Right? So, when we go to GeoGebra now, so let's type in the equation of this circle here. So, the equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared plus 6x plus 2y minus 15 equals 0. Then the equation with two lines here are 3x plus 4y plus 38 equals 0. Boom. And the second equation is 3x plus 4y minus 12 equals 0. Boom. And if you look here, that is exactly what I did here. There are my two parallel lines, and it worked out swimmingly for us. Right, let's look at some exam questions now. So, this is from 2022. The circle x minus 5 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 20 has a tangent at the point 9 minus 4. Find the slope of the tangent, hence find the equation of the tangent. So it has a tangent at that point. So it's at that point, it's on the circle. It doesn't say it's off the circle, so we can assume it's on the circle. So the slope is between my center point. So my center is going to be 5 minus 2. And my radius, actually don't need my radius in this case. So my slope is equal to minus 4 minus negative 2 all over 9 minus 5, which is equal to minus 2 over 4, which is minus a half. And my perpendicular slope is 2. And since my perpendicular slope is 2, my equation is going to be y minus negative 4, which is plus 4, is equal to 2 times x minus 9. Y plus 4 is equal to 2x minus 18. Y plus 4 is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2x minus 22. That is my equation of a line there. Right. Next one, this is from 2012. A circle has an equation x squared plus y squared minus 2x plus 4y minus 15 equals 0. Find the values of m for which the line mx plus 2y minus 7 is a tangent to this circle. So this line is a tangent to the circle if the perpendicular distance is equal to the radius. So the radius is equal to, so remember to draw a little sketch for yourself. Boom, boom. My center point here is going to be 1 minus 2. And my radius is going to be, so minus 1 squared plus 2 squared minus negative 15, which would be plus 15, which is root 20, which is 2 root 5. So 2 root 5 is my radius, and this line is mx plus 2y minus 7 equals 0. So let's sub it in to my perpendicular distance formula. So m times 1 plus 2 times minus 2 minus 7, the absolute value, all over the square root of m squared plus 2 squared, which is 4, is equal to 2 root 5. Square both sides. Square both sides. I'm going to have on top m minus 11 squared all over m squared plus 4 is equal to 20. So I'm going to have m squared minus 22m plus 121 is equal to, then m squared plus 4 times 20 is 20, m squared plus 80. Everything over to one side, 19m squared plus 22m, and then 80 minus 121 is minus 41 equals 0. So let's factorize this now. So let's factorize this question now. So it's going to be 19m. Then two numbers are multiplied to get minus 41, but add to get 22. That is literally just going to be, so there's going to be plus 41 in there and minus 1 equals 0. So m is going to equal minus 41 over 19, and m is equal to 1. That is when this that's the values of m for which that line is a tangent. Right, let's go back now to 2009. Find the equation of the tangent to the circle x squared plus y squared equals 10 at the point 3, 1. Well, again, sketch it out. Boom, boom. I know my point is 3, 1. My center point here is, well, it's going to be 0, 0. So my slope is going to be 1 minus 0 over 3 minus 0. So it'll be 1/3. Perpendicular slope then is minus 3. And the equation of the tangent is just going to be y minus 1 is equal to minus 3 times x minus 3. Y is equal to minus 3x plus 9 plus 1 would be plus 10. That is the equation of the tangent there. Find the values of k for which x minus y plus k equals 0 is a tangent to this circle. So again, this is a tangent to the circle if the perpendicular distance is equal to the radius. So the radius in this form is going to be equal to root 50, which breaks down to 5 root 5. That's a lie, it's not 5 root 5, it's 5 root 2. And then my center point is equal to 3 minus 4. So my perpendicular distance, so it's going to be 3 minus negative 4 plus k all over 3 squared. No, it's not 3 squared, 1 squared. 1 squared plus 1 squared is equal to 5 root 2. 7 plus k is all over root 2 is equal to 5 root 2. Multiply both sides by root 2. I'm going to have 7 plus k is equal to 5 root 2 times 2, which is 10. So 7 plus k is equal to 10. K is equal to 3. 7 plus k is equal to minus 10. K is equal to minus 17. And that is my two values of k there. Gorge. Right. Next one. Find the center and radius of the circle. Gorgeous. It's from 2010. So my center is going to be, so G, 2G is equal to minus 8. G is equal to minus 4. 2F is equal to minus 10. F is equal to minus 5. And then C is going to be equal to 32. So my center is equal to minus G minus F. So it'll be 4, 5. And then my radius is equal to minus 4 squared plus minus 5 squared minus 32. That's going to be to 16 plus 25 minus 32, which is root 9. My radius is equal to 3. Right, part 2. But the line 3x plus 4y plus k is a tangent to the circle. Find two possible values of k. So find two possible values of k. So again, the perpendicular distance from my circle to my tangent line is 3. So I have 3 times my center point is 4, 5. So 3 times 4 plus 4 times 5 plus k, absolute value, all over the square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared. That is all equal to 3. This is going to be k plus 32 all over 5 is equal to 3. Absolute value of k plus 32 is equal to 15. So k plus 32 is equal to positive 15. K is going to equal to minus 17. K plus 32 is equal to minus 15. K is equal to minus 47. Yeah. And that is the two values of k there. Right, so next question. So the next question is, ooh, this one's from 1952. This is from 1952 from a geometry paper. So back in the day, they used to do an algebra paper and a geometry paper. And so this is from a very old paper. So with the point 21 as the center, a circle is drawn which touches the line x plus 2y plus 1 equals 0. Find the radius of the circle. Write down the equation of the circle. So this is my circle. This is my line. My line is x plus 2y plus 1 equals 0. This is my center point, 2, 1. I know the perpendicular distance will be equal to my radius. So ax1, so it would be 1 times 2 plus 2 times 1 plus 1 all over square root of 1 squared plus 2 squared. That's equal to my radius. This is equal to absolute value of 2, 4, 4, absolute value of 5 all over the square root of 5. This is my radius. My radius is equal to square root of 5 because 5 divided by root 5 is root 5. Then write down the equation of the circle. So the equation of the circle will be x minus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared is equal to r squared, which is 5. How fun. Right, the second part asks here, write down the equations of the tangents to the circle which are perpendicular to x plus 2y plus 1. So these are perpendicular. So it's perpendicular. So I have my line here. This is now going to be 2y sorry, 2x it's going to be 2x minus y plus k equals 0. So that is my form of the perpendicular. So I just swapped the coefficients and I swapped the sign of the y and made the 1 a k. So I know the perpendicular distance from this to this circle is equal to root 5. So my center point is 2, 1. So it's going to be 2 times 2 minus 1 plus k all over root 2 squared plus 1 squared is equal to root 5. I'm going to get on top k plus 3 all over root 5 is equal to root 5. Multiply both sides by root 5. I'm going to get k plus 3 is equal to 5. Therefore, k plus 3 is equal to 5. K is equal to 2. K plus 3 is equal to minus 5. So k is equal to minus 8. So let's test our answer now on the GeoGebras. So let me just start anew. Right, so the equation of the circle from that question was, that I got anyway, x minus 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 5. Then let's test out now the equations of these two tangents. So k is equal to 2 and k is equal to minus 8. So I have 2x minus y plus 2. Oops, that's wrong. 2x plus 2x minus y plus 2 equals 0. There's my first one. Then my second one is 2x minus y minus 8 equals 0. There's my second one. And let's just see now if they're perpendicular to this line, x plus 2y plus 1 equals 0. And boom, as you can see here, this green line was the line that was given to me. This is perpendicular to these two lines, and my answers are correct. Right. So that's the equation of tangents. I hope this video was some help to you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.